teams struggle on the first few sprints of setting a sustainable pace. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It can be really hard coming together, especially in the public sector. We're working with policies and all kinds of projects where we can know, we're going to exactly deliver on this thing in 4 weeks, in 3 weeks, in 5 weeks. We did a sprint around our strategic objectives, which was 3 months. Ended up working well for us, but it could be quite hard to kind of decide that kind of timeline. So don't be too harsh on yourself if you're trying Scrum for the first time. You'll get used to that sustainable pace.
So one of the most important processes that we use in terms of Agile is our sprints, being a policy design and delivery programme. Sprints were something that we were unsure whether they would work, so we had used them as part of a discovery project that we did, and in that project we used 2-week sprints. It was a 12-week project. We needed to know at the end of each of those 2-week sprints exactly what was happening, what had changed, and how the project was moving on. But when we took that into our programme and our policy development work, we quickly realised that 2-week sprints was not going to work. So we thought about what would be an appropriate timescale. We thought about 8-week sprints to start with, and we did trial that a little bit.
2 weekly sprints give us just about enough time, to get through a couple of good pieces of work, and then it allows us to review where we've got to, and then what else we want to add on. So 2 weeks we found is a good enough period to make some decent progress.
We have 4-week sprints instead of 2 weeks here, and that works well for the nature of the project we have, because it's a design system, and if you want to develop a component and to go through the whole design process, go through the content review, writing the guidance, and then publishing out there for other public sector employees to reuse that for their service.
It just has to be long enough to deliver a done. So for your team to decide how long you need in order to deliver something that we can tangibly test and learn. That prototype and testing, that empiricism, building it back. That is a sprint.